Welcome back, everyone, to our episode of Rags or Riches podcast. I actually do want to rename this to like the Dragon's Horde one day or something like that.
That'd be cool.
I know because like we're like the Red Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
LLC, and then this is our little pile of money.
Yeah.
But that'll be our big pile of money soon. But so to recap last week, in a nutshell, we broke even. We went into EXPI at 75.
Does this say on here?
75, somewhere around 75, and then we rode it all the way up to 85, and that put us back in the green again. But then Friday EXPI went back down to 78 or like 80 or somewhere around there.
Yeah,
and we are only up $6.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much back break even again.
Yeah. Well, we were down 30, then up 40, then now we're back down to
which is like a risky thing of just going all in on one stock. But
yeah.
I mean, EXPI was a good trade because it brought us out of the red.
Right.
So
right. We're back in the green. It's $6. You know, I can't complain about that because we didn't lose any money. And, instead we made $6. We can use that money to
go all in on another. Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. Do you want to like ride out EXPI for another week, or do you want to change it week by week?
Week by week.
Because there are pros and cons to both.
Yes.
I think.
Okay. If we're looking at this graph, right? And to be completely honest with you, okay. So, it completely, just on this past week, right? It completely, it took me by surprise, but in hindsight, it shouldn't have. But, I didn't realize, and like I said, I should have realized this because, it is a holiday, that the stock market was going to close early on the Christmas Eve and then be closed on Christmas. So it was a very short week for trading, actually. We had 3.5 days. We had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and half of Thursday.
And then Friday was closed.
It was a short week. And it might be another short week next week.
Because New Year's, yeah.
Yeah, because New Year's Eve is Thursday again, and New Year's Day is on the 1st. So,
interesting.
Yeah, yeah. But back to EXPI, looking at this graph, to be honest with you, I feel like, it's been in a downtrend. If we zoom out to the 4 hour, yeah, it looks like it's due for a correction right there. The 2 hour, it's been correcting. It's been on a downtrend. Right here, it's been on a downtrend for the last, since
3 days.
Since the 22nd.
Yeah,
since Tuesday.
4 days, yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think it might go up. It could go up just a little bit.
I mean,
I think on Monday, on Monday I might put a sell at 80.
Okay.
Just so we can make a couple more dollars.
I mean, if it does go to 90 or above, it's gonna crab at 80 for a while, I think, because this whole run up came from like 55, right?
Yeah.
All the way to 80, right? So
yeah,
it needs like time to breathe.
Yeah, it needs a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think on Monday it might go up to 80, or even up to 82.
To retest the high.
Yeah. It might go up here and just kind of bounce. And I think I want to see if it goes up and then sell around here and then put it all into another stock.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I guess that segues us to our next point. What is that other stock you're thinking of?
We can go like safe-ish and go back into SBE. SBE, this is one of the stocks that we've had before. And it's had its up and downs. It looks like it might be ready for another down, but it's got a huge run up. We could go into another sector entirely, and and NNDM.
What is that?
They do 3D printing.
No, but what's the name of the company? Nano
Dimension. Nano Dimension. Okay. Anyway,
we'll just edit that.
Yeah. Nano Dimensions Limited. Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
3D print, like specifically what? Oh, yeah. Provision of intelligent machines for the fabrication of additively manufactured electronics. Dragonfly system.
Yeah, they do.
Israeli.
They do 3D printing of stuff.
Israeli company.
Where do you see that?
Right there.
Oh. And it's Israeli. Interesting. So at a price of $8.81, we can buy 100 of those. And like I mentioned last week, the cool part about buying 100 of a stock is that every cent is $1 change, so the math is pretty easy. I think this stock can go back up to at least 10, if not higher. Actually, it needs to go higher than 10, or not. That'd be kind of a double top, and it would just fail. Yeah. But I mean, if you look at the stock from way back, it's doing pretty well.
Well, I mean, like, when did it really start popping off? October?
September. Yeah. Had a huge run up, correction, went down for a bit. And then from here on, like in November, it's just boom, 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 boom. And these are scary. Like, it goes up and it falls. Like this.
I know, but what's made it, run up like that? Do you know?
I haven't looked too much in Nano Dimensions.
Dragonfly Precision.
I can't remember what.
So do they 3D print this kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, so they 3D print electronics.
Yeah, exactly. They don't make 3D printers. They're in 3D printing of electronic stuff. And so
it's pretty nifty.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I've been watching it for years, but for me, like, when I started watching this, and I'm kicking myself in the butt now, but when I started watching this, it was back in 2019. Where is it? 2020 still?
Yeah, you gotta go further back.
Yeah.
We have to go back.
We have to go back. Like this is kind of the time from when I started watching this, and this did not look good to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I kind of like what they do, but this I don't. This is not something I want to get in on. And then at some point, it went from what, 72 cents
to $3
to $3. It kind of held that $2 mark until it just shot up, and I'm like, damn, I should have went into it when it was 72 cents.
But I mean, like, that's the game, though, right?
But like, I feel like stocks that are that low, stocks that are under $1, I feel like because the market cap, the volume of it, it's just hard for it to climb any higher, except for if they do something big, which I can't remember what these guys are in. The other stock that I'm in is Microvision. Which they make like laser sensors, and I believe that their LiDAR is better than the leading LiDAR competitor. I can't remember the names right now, but Microvision, like, this is scary. Yeah, I mean, I rode this all the way up and all the way back down. It's scary, but I feel like this has a long way to go.
It's cheaper too.
It is cheaper, yeah, $6.55.
So we could buy like 150.
Almost 150.
150 shares.
Yeah. So I like this one. And Nano Dimension. I told myself that when I got paid Thursday, that I was going to buy this, and I was going to put and this is going to lead to our first tangent. I I was gonna put part of my paycheck and the stimulus check into Nano Dimension. And that's for my own personal portfolio. And see where it goes. But as of Saturday, Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, the stimulus check looked like it's in limbo at the moment.
Yeah. So I'd be like, so you might not get the money to.
Yeah. I might not get that money for like another 2 weeks. Who knows what's happening with the stimulus check? I don't necessarily need it. I still have a job. I live with my parents, but I'd say I'm pretty comfortable. I do feel like there are many other people that around that need it more, and I'm a little bit. I'll use afraid because that's a simple word to use. I'm a little bit afraid what delayed stimulus check is going to go gonna go.
Well, I mean, like in January, right? There's a lot of like, aren't there going to be a lot of it's like mortgage related. What's the term? It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember it.
Not defaults.
It's not defaults, but it's something mortgage related. I think I just saw this in passing. Or it's something mortgage related is happening in January. Actually, we can just Google that real quick.
Mortgages in January.
January mortgages.
Mortgage.
Oh. MRT. GAGE. Mortgage.
Mortgages.
Pay it till you die. No, you don't. But
January.
Mortgages in January, or just type.
What's happening? Mortgage rates.
Stimulus program. Hold on, just type in like mortgage January 2021.
Oh. Refinancing?
No. Is it a moratorium or something? Is that the term?
I have no idea.
Yeah, evictions. That's what it was. Evictions and foreclosure moratoriums.
Moratorium?
Yeah.
That sounds grim.
Yeah. Well, grim. I mean, I think I know what it means, but hold on. Just so I don't like make a fool of myself, let's actually just look up the definition
of moratorium.
Yeah, like of a mortgage moratorium. I think it's you can like delay the payment, I think. I don't know.
Mortgage moratorium.
Yeah.
Does the eviction moratorium... What? Okay, hold on. What does this word
Just
mean?
Type in definition after moratorium.
Yeah. Moratorium. Yeah, here we go.
Temporary... Yeah, okay, so I think I was right.
A temporary prohibition? What?
Yeah. So, like, you stop. So you can stop... You stop... I think they're halting...
Yeah, a legal authorization to debtors to postpone payment.
Yeah, so I think in January, meaning either that ends or they do that in January. I don't remember which one is which though.
Oh, okay.
So
what does this other thing say? The extended will... I think it's gonna end, according to these.
Hold on, go. Wait.
Extends foreclosure and eviction to January 31st.
Okay, so yeah, okay. So they extend it to the end of January, but after January, that's not there anymore, right? So which was kind of going into like your fear, of what's gonna like happen. Federal Housing Agency extended its moratorium for. Yeah, until January 31st.
31st, yeah.
So this is the fourth time they've done it, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So this means that because of the whole coronavirus, if you have become unemployed or can't pay your rent, mortgage, whatnot, you had the mortgage moratorium, which
halts the payments.
Which halts the payments, so you don't have to pay. But that will end at the end of January. where now you have to start paying again.
So do you think the stimulus money will coincide with the end of the moratorium period?
I mean, I feel like it should.
Yeah.
So people can have that, like, okay, so the reason it's delayed is because what Trump said, 600 wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And he wants to make it $2,000, which, I mean, you know.
$2,000's $2,000.
$2,000's $2,000. I'm not going to say no to $2,000, right? If it is delayed, I mean, if you have a mortgage to pay, an extra $2,000 would be really nice to help you, at least for that month. You know what I mean? But then, I mean, hey, January starts in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that means April is just around the corner.
Well, that's 3 months from.
3 months, yeah, but
February or March they do feel quick.
Yeah, so. February through March, it's I mean, and then you have taxes to pay. And then I don't know.
Yeah, that would be such a big screw you by the government. It's just this $2,000 stimulus, it's taxable, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then not only that, but property taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So not only you have your mortgage to pay, but you have property taxes to pay.
Yeah, that's the only downside of living in Texas.
Yeah.
Is property taxes.
Well, I mean, Texas and yes, but
yeah.
I'd rather be living in Texas than California.
Yes.
I mean, California is beautiful and all, but the taxes, holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why they're all coming here.
Yeah.
So it's just
actually, going off on a tangent, I did...
Tangent of a tangent.
A tangent of a tangent. A few years back in 2018, I went to LA 3 times in a matter of 3-4 months, just so I can gauge, meet some people, look for housing and apartments and stuff like that. And then I hung out with this one group of people and really awesome. They were a tight group of friends, and then I just kind of happened, and we went out to dinner and stuff like that. And we're all in the same kind of, I'm a photographer. Most of them are filmmakers in LA. Of course,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I asked them hey, well, first of all, they suggested to me where I wanted to look for cheaper housing in California at the time. So that was great. But then my second question to him is hey, if you weren't living or if you had to move out of California, where would you go? And their top 2 answers were Atlanta or Austin. In no order. But I was
shoot, what am I doing here?
Right. So for filmmaking, photography and whatnot, to be honest, for photography, I should be looking at New York, but New York after this year has been hit hard.
New York's been dying. They've also been coming to Austin.
Yeah.
Too,
I think I might stay in Austin until New York gets cheap, and then get one of those New York apartments. Oh. But I have no. New York is high fashion.
Yeah.
New York is high fashion, like print photography. They just have that history. California is a little bit new age. Influencer photography.
Okay.
It's kind of more Wild West, and New York is very kept. But living in Austin, I figured, I can always fly or drive to these places. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to live there. I mean, it would be nice because I would be, the opportunities, spontaneous opportunities when they pop up, I could grab it right quick. But, and availability, if somebody needs somebody right then, if I was leaving there, it'd be nice because hey, I'm available. But I could set up trips, or I could book jobs specifically in one of the 2 places and not need to live there. And living in Austin and knowing Austin, I can just be grandfathered in when everybody else moves here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're in real estate, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that's moving to Texas, they're gonna need a real estate agent.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of hard to meet people right now.
Yes,
in the
that is
middle
true.
Of COVID.
That is true.
So
that
I
is
mean,
true.
It's just like
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that and in Austin we're pretty good. We got the Google Fiber, is getting around tech. There's some tech that's moving into
Yeah.
Austin.
Tesla's moving.
Oh,
Or
Tesla's
Tesla's
building
already
their.
moved, right?
Well, they're building the Gigafactory right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to find a way to meet the people that work for Tesla, and then I just buy them, find houses for them.
Yeah. Everybody is moving in to work at the Gigafactory.
Yeah.
And then a third tangent from our last tangent. I always thought it would be cool to be one of the guys on the assembly line, learning how to, assemble a vehicle.
But don't they have robots for that most of these days?
Yes. It's mostly robot based, but with human supervising.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So instead of like 10 humans putting parts together on a thing, it could be 10 robots with one human overseeing.
Yeah.
I believe. But I don't know how to get a job like that. I don't know if I want to even more diversify myself. I might need to just sit tight and work on what I've been working, finish the stuff that I started. But back onto this. Yes, the whole housing thing because of Corona is a little worrying. What's gonna happen when people can't
afford to pay the mortgages.
Can't afford to pay the mortgages. Well, we just watched a video from another YouTuber. His name is Minority Mindset. He mentions how home ownership has risen in 2020, which is very interesting. It was less than 65% in 2019, and now it's more. It's not some more. It is 68% in 2020, and that's because money is cheap right now. You can get really cheap loans and whatnot. I think that is also really worrisome because I mean people are buying things they can't afford.
Well, yeah, maybe. What do you mean? Well, I know what you mean by that, but it's like, what do you how do I say, like, what do you mean by that? But like, I know what you mean by that. It's just
yeah.
Because like,
I mean, I guess they can afford their
lending standards like aren't the same as in like 2008, right? They're a little more stricter.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I mean, like, it all depends on the type of mortgage, right? Is it a 30-year fixed mortgage or is it like an adjustable rate mortgage or stuff like that?
Yeah.
Right. Which. We need more data, I guess.
Yes, we do. Well, I mean, like, I'm looking things from a big picture, kind of, these definitely, like, do your own research. I'm definitely gonna dive into it a little bit
our
more.
weekly disclaimer.
Yeah, our weekly disclaimer. But it's like loans are cheaper because interest rates are.
That's
lower.
The only reason why.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm also worried about the
defaults.
The whole moratorium ending.
Yeah.
This thing also, like, stimulus, the stimulus check would be good and stuff like that. A lot of people need it, but I am worried about this. This is a graph we showed last week.
This is where our stimulus money comes from.
Yeah,
right?
this is where, because they are literally printing money.
Yeah.
Right? That's not backed by anything anymore. So
hasn't been since like 74, right?
Yeah. What's that one country that had like $1 million bills? It's like an African country.
Zimbabwe?
Was it?
Yeah, they got like $1 trillion bills. It's just because they keep printing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, is that the future of the United States? I mean, look at this though. Like, somebody has to. This has to be accounted for somehow. Life, and this might be like a hippie spiritual thing, but one of my warrant officers in the military has always told me, right, his saying, and he would say, like, you're walking down the hall, he would look at you, instead of saying hi, this is what he would say: maintain balance. That was his thing.
Yeah, life does have a way of just balancing itself out, right?
That was his thing, is maintain balance. And in for the military, it's like we train hard, right? And so we also sleep hard, also. You know, you have to eat your foods. You know,
shoot your guns.
Yeah, shoot your guns. You put in the training, and then you relax just as much. And it's the same thing in all of life. It's like, students that study, they need to blow off steam and party a little, or go out or go on a trip. Because if you do too much of one thing, something else is going to pay for it. You know what I mean? And life, it's in physics also. I'm not some physicist.
Newtonian laws of motion, right?
Well,
every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Right. But it's also if you take 2 glasses of water and you put one in the fridge and then you boil the other one, right? If you take those now, one boiling glass of water and one frozen glass of water, and you put them on the same counter, on your same kitchen counter, right?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen to both of them? The frozen one's gonna melt and go to room temperature. The boiling one's gonna cool off and go to room temperature, right? These 2 cups at the opposite ends of the temperatures will eventually meet.
Okay.
So life has its way of maintaining balance. And looking at this graph, and the amount of money being printed, there's another graph somewhere that is very going steeply down. You know what I mean? Okay.
I mean, that could be like the value of the U.S. dollar. Right?
That is the value.
Except, even at this point, the dollar's been devalued by like 98% already.
Right.
So, we're already at the bottom. We don't have much of that.
And now, if you've ever been interested in cryptocurrency, like you're already very familiar with this graph. Am I right? Like, as soon as I started researching...
Well, hold on. This is the dollar to euro. That's not...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Value of the US.
Just go to, like, images and then... Yeah, one of these.
I mean,
yeah, this one. This is the one I always see.
Let's look at this one right here. No, I just want the image. Just give me the image.
Yeah. Purchasing power of the US dollar.
Yeah.
And that's in 2013.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, and then I mean, U.S. dollar deflation, I guess, is another one.
Well, I mean, like that. This is it.
Yeah.
Or inflation, because this is the purchasing power.
Inflation. Yeah.
Of the U.S. dollar, right?
Inflation graph. Yep.
Is that one?
Yep. Like that's a really steep climb, man. I believe this is the same graph that we were just looking at on that other page.
Oh, and then this has recessions overlaid with it as well.
Yeah. And this goes to 29.
look how tiny that is.
Yeah.
Over at 29. So,
I mean, the value of the US dollar has been declining, right?
Yeah.
For quite a while. And that's why I was interested in cryptocurrency in the first place. Mm-hmm. But this with, this graph with this graph, it's just...
I don't know, buy crypto, buy gold, buy land.
Yeah.
Have physical wealth, I guess.
Yeah. Look at this guy's face, man. Come on.
Smug.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and people worry this is not going to last long enough. But hey, good news. Or bad news also. The vaccine is out.
Why would that be bad news?
Well, I mean, okay, vaccines are good, don't get me wrong. And if I needed it, I'd go ahead and take it. Because, again, back in the military, before we did a whole bunch of stuff, we literally walked through this line. There's, medics on both sides. You're getting one shot here, one shot here. And then at the end of the line, they give you this tablet. And then they list off a bunch of, side effects. And one of them being, you might not have kids anymore. and then you know, and then they're like, but take it, and then people are like, do I have to take it? It's like, well, you can't not take it, and so then you have to take it. And you know, it's for malaria and like dengue fever.
Okay.
You know, and going, you know, we go play. We're jungle infantry, so we're always in the jungle. At that time, we're in the Thailand jungle. And you don't want to be bitten by mosquitoes and just get wrecked by the stuff that mosquitoes spread.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
So these shots and stuff, it's all vaccines for like, just the nasty viruses and bacteria that you just get in the jungle in Asia, which is great. You know, I never got sick, but I still don't know if I can have kids yet. But it was like one of those where it's a new vaccine, and if I had to take it, like I had to take the vaccines in the military, yeah, I'll do it, you know? But my concern is they made this vaccine really quick. It's like fast.
It's like fast.
It's like fast. And, and if you look at the studies...
So like, you're just worried that we haven't fully figured out its side effects yet?
Yeah, and it's not a regular vaccine. It uses mRNA.
Uh-huh.
And I just don't know how that's going to affect some folks. Like, okay, so there's an argument that if you are low risk for the virus, then you should... hang back on the vaccine. And for us, we're low risk.
Okay.
Right? If your Nana is in the nursing home, she's high risk.
She needs
it. She's high risk. She should probably take the vaccine before the coronavirus can hurt her even more. Studies have shown that...
What studies?
For Moderna and Pfizer.
Oh,
they're case studies.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
They're case studies.
Yeah, man. Like that's just like another tangent. It's just like it drives me crazy whenever I just hear like
when studies
show like what studies, you know? It's just like
yeah.
Isn't there like a huge like replication crisis in like the scientific community or something like that?
Oh, were they just like spewing the same thing over and over again?
I don't know.
Well,
okay.
But no, I completely agree with you when people say like the statistics show like where you getting these
and the people
from.
just blindly believe them.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
No. So you have to look at. I'm not gonna do it because it's just too much for.
Too much tangent.
Yeah, too much tangent, and there's a whole bunch of reading, and you gotta go through the numbers and stuff, and it's got nothing to do. Well, like we look at numbers for our stocks and whatnot, but
yeah.
I don't want to.
I mean, this is macroeconomics, you know.
Yeah,
this is how we're figuring how we're trying to. It affects the stock market.
Yeah, for the vaccines to have been passed, right? Mm-hmm. They would have needed to do case studies, so human trials.
Yep.
Right. So if you look at Moderna or Pfizer, you look at their what's the outcome of a study? What do you call it?
The results.
The results of their human trials. Yeah. Oh man, it's Saturday.
I know, it's whatever. Yeah.
You look at the results of their human trials. There is I wouldn't say significant, but there is a number of patients where they are healthy individuals with functioning immune systems, and when given the vaccine, their immune system overreacted to it. Meaning they got an allergic reaction. Okay. Right? And so their allergic reaction, it was like 104 degree fever. Uh-huh. It was, I can't remember the rest of it. It was enough to be hospitalized. Whereas if they had gotten COVID-19 in the first place, they might have been gotten sick for a day and then recovered.
Well, I mean, like, how long were they sick for?
For like a week.
But isn't that how long COVID lasts anyway?
For some people, for the people that I know that have gotten COVID, they said they were out for like a day or a day and a half. And these are people my age that, you know, that are healthy, they go out and whatnot. They just like, unfortunately, like my one friend, she works at a bar. And, you know, she's a bartender. So
she got it.
Yeah, so she got it. She got it very early, actually. But there wasn't like she got bills to pay. Like, what's she gonna do? Just not go work? You know what I mean? So most of the people that I've known, it's like, maybe 1 or 2 days you're out. Our age, you know, our parents' age might be different, but they might be sick for a couple days and then they recover, like sick for a couple days and then they recover.
But I mean, like, isn't that like the point of a vaccine though? It makes you a little bit sick.
Yes.
And then.
Yes, and every time I get a flu shot, I get the flu, and then that's it. But I'm like, I could have gotten the flu just by getting the flu. But the thing is, it's the argument is that it might just be better for, if you're healthy with a functioning immune system, to wait on the vaccine. Let everybody who needs it first get it first, because you don't necessarily need it, because your body can fight the coronavirus.
Okay.
Now the counter thing to that is that if you're not vaccinated and you do get the coronavirus, then you risk spreading it.
Yeah.
Right? So to that, I just say, like, if you do get sick with the coronavirus, like, be smart. Don't be, like, clubbing. You know what I mean? So, like, isolate yourself, close your door, you know, wash everything, and just, like, isolate yourself so you don't get anybody else sick. But as far as the side effects from coronavirus or the vaccine, it seems like getting the coronavirus naturally and defeating it naturally and getting those antibodies, right, might be better for somebody who's healthy than getting the vaccine, which, like...
I mean, but you even said so yourself in that study that, like, just a very small amount of people got it.
Not small.
Oh, was it statistically significant?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a majority, but the number was significant to pay attention to.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like 1 or 2 out of 100. It was more like 20, 30 out of 100. You know what I mean?
That's like 30%.
Yeah, so it's not the majority. It's not 60%.
Okay.
But it is, like, you know, like, if you like
it's a plurality.
Yeah, it's a pretty good amount. And for me, having taken these vaccines before, for everything else, like, my I guess comfort, my confidence in them is that, well, at least, you know, the people 5 years ago who took the same thing I'm taking now, they're fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we have no.
It's because, like, with all these other vaccines, you're saying that because we've had a long history of just to see how they've affected people. Right?
Yeah,
we already know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I guess that's the risk, though, right?
Right.
Because this is new. It's just like people are just gonna take it. Like, someone's gonna have to take it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, 100%.
And someone's gonna have to see how it affects all of us.
I mean, like, who knows what it's gonna do to you in 10 years time? It's like I could be, if I catch the coronavirus, right? And yes, you know, like, I gotta isolate myself. Can't go to work.
But even if you recover from COVID, you can get it again. Apparently.
Yes, that is true.
So, like.
But then if that's true, then if you get vaccinated, then how long does the vaccine last?
Well, but if it depends on if it's mRNA, right?
Yeah.
And all the viruses have those, like, RNAs, you know, receptors or whatever on it. Then the vaccine would theoretically still be able to.
Man,
work,
I don't want to.
I'm just.
No.
It's already 1:54. We've been talking about.
It's been 40 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
But. And it's, like, on that note, it's not the same. So vaccines in the past, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of the virus. It's a little bit of the
flu.
flu.
That's any vaccine.
Yeah. Any vaccine, it's a little bit of the virus, right? It gives it to you.
It's just a weak version of it.
Yeah, and then it's like a weakened version of it, but it wears, like, the same outfits or same armor. Mm-hmm. So that your body, your little white blood cells are like, what is that?
Don't like that. I recognize that guy. I'm gonna punk him.
Yeah. I don't like that guy. Let's get rid of him. So when you get the real virus, they come in, like, all, like, you know.
Why are you back?
Yeah. They come in like they're owning the place, and your white blood cells again are like, hey, we've seen you before. Get the hell out of here. You know?
Yeah.
So that's how vaccines work.
Yeah.
You know? But this vaccine isn't a normal vaccine. It deals it messes with the mRNA somehow, right? Of the virus of your body. I don't want something in me that's just gonna mess with mRNA. That's like DNA stuff.
What if it makes you grow taller though?
Okay. Now height. In this world, you and I know.
Yeah, I know.
But the whole height thing is like everybody wants a tall guy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be, what you call I guess it's self-esteem or something like that, right?
Self-confidence.
Self-confidence. So everybody is also like, I'm not gonna change myself with somebody else. So I'm like, it's like I'm not gonna go like there are surgeries in Asia.
Yeah,
where they crack your femur and
ab
leg
bone,
bones,
right?
And then they put a filler in there and just literally now you're inches taller because your bones are literally longer. You know what I mean? Painful as hell, but some Asian guys do it because they want to be taller.
Yeah.
Right? But me, I fit comfortably anywhere. You know what I mean? I can go economy plane tickets. You know, if I ever want to be a jockey. I think I'm still too big to be a jockey.
You gotta lose some weight.
Yeah.
No offense, but
Definitely. I think jockeys are like literally like below 5'6".
Really?
Yeah, I think jockeys are like small.
Okay.
Yeah. Like good jockeys because the smaller you are, the less weight the horse carries. But if for some reason I want to become a fighter pilot, you can't be a tall guy driving a fighter pilot.
But you gotta have good eyes for it though.
Yes, and yeah, I'm wearing glasses, so I might have to get LASIK. But whenever I buy my Lambo, I'm gonna fit. Just like Shaq can't buy a Lambo. Sorry, he's too tall.
But he's rich enough he can get a custom one.
That is true. I'm never gonna be as rich as Shaq, so I just want a normal Lambo. I personally I like my height. I could use with like 1 or 2 inches. The 1 or 2 inches I lost in the military, and if you look at my spine, it's just like
wait. What do you mean 1 or 2 inches? You grew shorter in the military?
Yeah.
How?
Well, first of all, I was a medic, right? So not only I had to carry all the regular equipment, including my rifle and everything, I also had to carry the medical equipment and the stretcher, right? And so this is like 80 pounds on your back while you're marching, walking through the jungle for hundreds of miles. Not hundreds of miles at a time, but
cumulatively.
Yeah. In Singapore it's kilometers. So let's just say
50
kilometers.
miles.
Yeah. So over the 2 years, it was just like constant walking with 80 pounds on my back. So it was literally like I grew shorter going through the military.
Wait, but then how come you didn't spring back up when you got out?
It was 2 years. It was constant during the 2 years. So like when you walk around during the day and then when you go to bed, right? Your spine relaxes and kind of just stretches back out. But if you're spending all day with 80 pounds on your back and then you spend all day the next day with 80 pounds on your back and you do that for 2 years straight, you get shorter.
Dang.
Yeah. There's if you look at my back, I don't know if it's I gotta lose a little bit of weight for it to be like seen, and you see this. I've seen it on my friends, and I've been told I haven't gotten a good look at my back, but I've been told they could see it on my back too. There is like your back goes into your spine, right?
Yeah.
So you have that middle bit. So you can follow that all the way down, and then on the lower back, there's a little bump, and that's a lot of my friends, and it's just what happens is that everybody gets a slip disc. It's like it gets compressed, and then there's one disc that just kind of like slips out.
Okay.
Yeah, and everybody either has like a minor it's like a I can't find my words today.
Slip disc or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a minor
movement.
Yeah, minor movement.
Okay.
And others is just major, and they're literally on like medication and whatnot, and some people have to like go in and actually like cut and
readjust
and everything like that. It's crazy. In Singapore, it's like universal healthcare though, so you just need to show that we have our army ID.
Oh, okay.
And then when I broke my foot, I just showed that ID, and they literally they wrapped my foot up, and then they gave me these like custom made orthopedics to put in my combat boots, and I was like, oh no. I was like am I paying for this? Like how? And then they're like, it's good to go, and then they never gave me a receipt, so I was like, sweet, thanks. I don't know how. I'm not gonna ask how much.
Thanks, Universal Healthcare.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask how much this is gonna cost, but I'm gonna need these to put in my boots. So you guys come find me if you're looking for money. I'll you know. But I mean, yeah, it's why were we talking about short people?
Oh, because like I was like, what if that's like a side effect of the vaccine? Oh, right? Side effect of the vaccine. Take it, yeah. Okay, tangent of a tangent of a tangent of a tangent.
I mean, I don't know. To be honest, the two things, and what I'm about to say, I have no proof for. It's backed by nothing. Uh-huh. It's just a gut feeling that I have. I don't want the vaccine to mess something up in my offspring. Right?
Bro, that's like the main argument of the anti-vaxxers though, man.
No. No, the main argument for the anti-vaxxers is if you vaccine your kids. If you vaccine your kids, they're going to like grow autistic or something, right? And so the anti-vaxxers are not vaccinating.
Okay, just to be clear, like you're not an anti-vaxxer, right?
No, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. No, I have all because the thing about vaccines is that we've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like we know what they do. We know their side effects. This one is so new and they made it so fast, right? Like how conclusive are the tests? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I mean if it was like they said that they were supposed the earliest they can get a vaccine, the
CDC.
The CDC, the fastest they said they could get a vaccine is in 18 months. And they got this one in 10. And I'm like
well, maybe they had some breakthrough or something that allowed them to do it faster, right?
Maybe they did, or maybe the freaking President Trump kept yelling at them to get out of vaccines, and they're like, use this one, you know? Yeah. Like, you know, the rats had an extra leg, but I mean, that's a rat. We don't know what it's gonna do to a human. So I don't want. So I've you know, the vaccines in the past that I've already had, I don't want to take anything more that can affect my offspring, basically. Not after the offspring has been born, but like the development of the offspring, you know.
In your nuts.
Yes. Exactly. Well, not like it's mostly in the womb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
then that would be like your wife's like.
Yeah,
problem
but
then,
I mean it's half and half, right? The DNA comes half from the.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if it messes with my chromosomes somehow, then, like, you know,
you're screwed.
Yeah, we're screwed. And then the next thing is also my heart, right?
How would it affect your heart?
Well, giving your body a foreign substance.
Oh, okay.
Right, and this and when I say foreign substance, I'm talking about any drug, right? So like the fentanyl they give you in the hospital, you know, any recreational drugs that you take, anything, you know, alcohol, you know, people who drink, right? Any foreign substance that you put into your body, it affects your heart. You know, and it's somewhere or another, it affects it.
It just does it.
Yeah, it just does it. Now, the heart is super cool where it can grow veins, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, a young heart, it has veins on the outside. And whenever your heart pumps, right, it pushes blood to the rest of your body.
Yeah.
But when it fills back up, it takes in blood to oxygenate itself, right? Now, if one of these veins or arteries get clogged, right, That's when you get the chest pain,
Heart attack.
Heart attack. When it's a big clog, it's a heart attack. When it's a small clog, it's called an angina, and it's just chest pain. Your chest just pains. Those arteries and veins can grow more like highways and connect to each other.
Oh.
So if you look at the heart of like a really old person, it looks almost like a spider web. So the heart will keep itself oxygenated. That's why heart attack in younger folks is more dangerous.
Oh, because they don't have
enough veins. They don't have enough veins and arteries. Yeah.
Oh.
And so if one gets clogged, then that part of the heart just dies. Whereas like an old person, it could have made like one here to here to here to that part.
Uh-huh.
So the blood has
it has routes.
Yeah, it has routes. It can't get to it straight, but it can go to that area, the long way.
Okay.
So heart attack in younger people are more dangerous. But anything that I feel like could affect my heart, I'm kind of it's a heart and head, heart and brain.
Uh-huh.
Like if
the important stuff.
Yeah. If you're because I mean, to be honest, with technology nowadays, if it rots off my arm, it would suck because that's my arm.
Uh-huh.
But I could get a prosthetic.
Yeah.
But you can't get a prosthetic. Well, you can get an artificial heart.
You can't get an artificial brain.
But you can't get an artificial brain, right? And so if it starts messing with my heart and my brain, I'm like, I'll wait.
Okay.
And then there's some medications out there. I can't remember what it's called, but this was like 5 years ago. People started taking it. I think to stay awake longer. And then some people who's been taking it for a long time, they just like their heart just like stopped. Huh. It wasn't even a heart attack. It just stopped.
It's just like too much switch off.
Yeah. It was too much. It was too much on and going.
Uh-huh.
They just quit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But so my worry is in side effects. So a lot of the governors and a lot of politicians, even though they said that this virus wasn't real,
they got vaccinated first.
But they got vaccinated, which I'm glad.
Well, wouldn't that also be like, quote, like I guess an encouraging sign, because these people are so self-interested that them taking the vaccine, they trust it enough that it's not gonna like mess them up or anything like that.
Yes, but looking at their past actions, I also can't call them smart. I mean, you look at some of these governors, man. It's like
congressmen too.
Yeah, congressmen. They're like, on one side of things, they're all telling people like, don't worry about it. It's not real. You don't need to do lockdown. Masks are all a hoax. This is hoax. That's fake news. This is fake news. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, look, I'm getting that vaccine.
First.
I'll post this on Instagram. I'm like, okay, so I'm glad that they're taking it, because maybe next year or, maybe a few months down the road, if they start melting inside out or something like that, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. That, the vaccine kind of sucks. So they get to be the guinea pigs. But it's looking at the actions of all these politicians and whatnot, I can't really call them like, they might be educated, but they're not smart. Uh-huh. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, how are you going to be... Yeah, it's like, you're saying one thing here, and you're saying another thing here, and it's like, do you have any morality? Like, what's going on with you? Like, Yeah. I think they just hear vaccines, like, ooh, vaccine, that's a good thing. I can post this on my Instagram, on my Twitter, so that's why they got it. I don't think any of them looked into what the vaccine was. But we do have a vaccine now. We do have a vaccine. We have two vaccines. They're what, like 95, 98%?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So that's good. Biden is coming in on the 20th. That's in January. That's in less than a month away. Mm-hmm. Right? And so there are a lot of things that are looking up. But I have to be honest with you. I feel a certain sense of dread in the next month. Because, I mean, okay... and this is a personal thing. I talked about this with my friends on Christmas Eve, because we had a small get-together. To be completely honest, like my life or like the world that I live in has been slowly going to shit since 2016. And I always say that it's gonna get better in the next year, and it doesn't always get better the next year.
Well, why would you say it's going to?
Well, it's just like, and this might be just a thing of growing. You know, I'm getting older every year, so the
you just feel more cynical about the world.
More cynical, more you get more adult you get more adult responsibilities and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like back in 2014, you know, I turned 26 and I had to pay for my own health insurance.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks.
Man, that's me in 2 years.
You know? Yeah, that's you in 2 years. You know, switching from one job to the next. You know, I took a break off of photography in 2019, and you know, I told myself like, hey, 2020 looks good. 2020. It's kind of like a
clear vision, you know.
Yeah, clear vision. It looks good, you know. And guess what happens? COVID. You know what I mean? So I don't think anything magically disappears or gets better when the new year starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of have to make it that. This year is... one of my friends did mention that back in 2016, Trump was elected president. And now it is 2020. There was a new election. So, you know, maybe the world around me was just kind of slowly crumbling, falling apart because of a bigger world outside. And the bigger world outside I'm talking about is America being run by President Trump. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, at least stock market wise, it's been great for 3 out of his 4 years. Right?
That is true.
It was only until COVID happened that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So I mean, you know, with Biden being president, I mean, I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah.
So I mean, like, I think your hope is just like new leaf, and then hopefully things can maybe start to get better.
Yeah. Just like, you know, like, and for me, I'm a very average person, and I feel like as long as the rising tide raises all ships, right?
Yeah.
As long as the world kind of gets better for everybody, my life is just gonna follow.
Okay.
Like, I don't require much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as long as the people shopping in my store are happy, then I'm happy. But if they're freaking unemployed and getting evicted, they're not going to come into my store happy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so that's going to piss me off because they're going to start yelling at me. I didn't do anything with them. They're the ones getting evicted, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the one evicting them, but they're going to be yelling at me, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, if the world just gets a little bit better, if everybody else is happier, right? Then there's less grumpy people I gotta work with. Then I'll be happier. You know what I mean? I can go about, do my own thing, and just leave everybody to their own thing.
Okay, so basically, these past 4 years for you is just like everyone's just been getting grumpier and grumpier and
grumpier. Yeah. Everybody's just been like slowly just being like the world just has been getting a little bit grumpier and meaner and just
nasty.
Yeah, and it was like we need a little bit of change, you know, like the Obama change.
He really didn't change anything, though.
Well, you know, but he said it.
It was a great sales pitch. But
yeah, he said it. Just kind of like how Trump said, "Make America Great Again." He didn't really make it great again.
Yeah.
He kind of made it blah, right? That's the only word descriptor that I can think of. But what's Biden's thing?
I don't know, man.
What's Biden saying?
I think we're just gonna see Obama 2.0 because he was Obama's vice president.
He was, yeah.
So like it's.
I like their memes though, because they really look like bros in the memes.
Oh, the Obama Biden memes, the BFF memes,
yeah.
Those have been out of style for years.
Yeah, I know, but I still like look at them because Biden's like,
there's the friendship bracelets.
Yeah, Obama, check this out, and Obama's like, oh gosh. I hope Biden would be just kind of like the president to run things and not like meddle. Just don't meddle into anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because like I really think it's just going to be Obama 2.0 because like Obama just ran things, right?
Yeah.
But then like nobody was satisfied with that, right?
Yeah.
That's why we got Trump.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're going back to normal, but normal wasn't satisfactory to people.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was satisfactory to me. As a non-U.S. citizen, right?
Okay.
I just want the country to be ran like a country.
That's fair.
And so, you know, all the other countries are happy with this country. You know what I mean? So as long as all the outside world, everybody's working together, I can be doing my own thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But when everybody's fighting with everybody, I'm like, freaking, I got stuff to do. Like, why you gotta do this? You know? Yeah. Anyway,
that's been like an hour, man.
Yeah.
We didn't even decide what stock we wanted to go into.
No,
I think we should go into
Nano.
No, I think we should go into MVIS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just pour everything.
Well, because it looks like it's flattened out a little bit more, right? So it can go. It'll go at least sideways, and it's also cheaper.
Yeah.
Right. So I think, and then maybe we just sell it when we make like 3% on it. Honestly, I think because we're changing it every week, I think we have to sell within the week. I think we have to start.
So you want to sell?
I think
next Thursday.
I mean, because I think we have to sell. We just have to start taking those small gains, 1%, 2%. We just do that over and over and over again.
Okay.
And then we just make our 2% gain for the week, and we just wait for the next week.
Okay.
And we just keep doing that.
Okay. So Monday I'll sell EXPI, and put an order in for Microvision.
Yeah.
And if it does shoot up, I'll just be texting you all day and be like, "Hey, you want to sell it now? Hey, do you want to sell it now? Like, what do you think about now?"
Yeah. Well, because look, I mean, because at least for the purposes of this like show podcast thing experiment, like it keeps it entertaining if we change stocks every week.
Yeah.
But if you really want to make money, like, we should at least hold on to it for several weeks. But then, like, we don't have any material then for the next episode, right? So I think we have to alter our strategy again. So we just take our really small gains. Yeah. And then we just do that.
The microphone's gonna pick that up.
Okay.
I don't know if that was loud for anybody. I mean, it could have been AMSR. We could be like a stock AMSR.
Like, ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah. This week we're gonna buy Microvision. We're gonna buy.
Bro, that's okay. If you really want to get into another tangent, just like I don't get ASMR at all. Like I have no idea like why it's a thing. Like it's.
I get some of it. It's
like okay, is it supposed to help you sleep? Apparently it does. At least for my sister, she says it helps her sleep, and I'm like, I don't see how. Like just having people whisper into your ear.
Yeah.
It's just like what's the purpose of it?
Some of it is odd. Some some of it is very odd. I like it, to sleep. I just turn on Hulu and Netflix. But if I don't want to do that, I'll just turn on like.
Just turn everything off and sleep.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, for me, I need something on. I need some white noise to fall asleep.
Okay. So is that what ASMR does?
Yeah. Okay. And so the other thing for ASMR, there's some that are like, I really like the those guys who make stuff. There's like a guy with like a it's not. I wanted to say ladle, but it's not a ladle. It's the thing that spins and you carve wood on it.
A lathe?
A lathe, yeah, there you go. Okay. He makes like vases and stuff like that. There are people who make things with their hands. Uh-huh. Like this one guy made a Gundam diorama. You know, okay. And those folks they don't overlay their video with music. It's just, but everything is like not time lapse, but like sped up, because their craft takes quite a long time.
Yeah. And
so it's like this. It's like the sound of cutting wood and sawing wood and like polishing and like the rustles of this thing. Just I like to watch those because it's really calm and it's very interesting. I like to if I ever have free time, I do want to get like a bandsaw or lathe, some woodworking,
just to make stuff.
Yeah, just to make, like, you know, just to make stuff with my hands, just to feel something with my hands. That'd be really good. I can't unfortunately have any of those hobbies because I'm literally working every day. But yeah, just something with my hands, and I like watching those. But there are some ASMR stuff where people just whisper into it, and they have those.
And they like crinkle like potato chip bags or something, right?
Yeah, and then well, they have those microphones that are like 2 ears, and then they'll start whispering it, and it's like. And it's like, it just gives me the, bleh. Like, don't whisper in my ear like that. And then some of them, like, cut soap or play with glitter and like,
glitter?
sponges. Yeah. Yeah, they play with, like, glitter and, like, or they just, like, start shaving soap and something like that. There's some ASMR, and I watched this for, like, a minute or two because it's cute, but they're of animals eating. Like, they'll just put their hamster or gerbil on the table and give them food.
That's
and just
so
record
weird.
and they're just eating.
These
guys get millions of views,
strange,
dude.
Man.
They get millions of views.
People are weird, man. Like, it's just...
I think so. I think human beings in general are weird.
I know, but it's just like, but it's just, I just don't see the appeal.
Yeah.
It's just a me thing.
Yeah. No. I think weird things also happen in first world countries.
Yeah, because we got too much time on our hands.
Maybe. No, yeah, well, so when your basics are covered, right? When you know where you're getting water, when you know where you're getting food,
you got a roof over your head,
and you have a roof over your head, right? Then, yeah, things get weird. Things get really weird. Right?
Civilization was a mistake.
Yeah. No, hey, I mean, like, you know, if you go to any other third world countries, you know, what are you gonna do all day? You're gonna figure out how to get food and keep the roof over your head. You're busy. You got stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like in a first world country, where you're like really comfortable, you get into some weird stuff.
Too
man.
Comfortable. It seems like
you get into some weird stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's already. Oh man, it's already 2:20. We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. It is. What, an hour 8?
Hour 8, yeah.
Yeah, you wanna, while I take my Shroom Tech, smell this real quick. Smells like fish food. You smell it?
Yeah, it does smell like fish food.
Do you want some?
I really don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around so long, even though we go on tangents of tangents.
Yeah.
We'll report back next week to see how we did. We'll probably go into Microvisions and...
Yeah.
Microvision.
And
then we'll see how that goes for the week. And yeah, whoever is the rare person that sees this, the usual like, comment, subscribe. I can't do that YouTube stuff, man, with that fake enthusiasm.
Yeah.
That's not me, man. Like, just
smash that like button.
No, just help us grow this channel. Like, see you next week.
Yeah. And stick around because like we have no plans on like quitting. Like, this is what we do. He's my cousin. He's over all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna go work out after this.
Yeah. We got leg day after this, right? And then we're not gonna just like, just because YouTube's not working out because nobody's watching this video, we're not just gonna stop.
Yeah.
Right. But check it out. If you've watched this whole video, if you've listened to us for some reason, thank you. But
You're cool.
Check it out. Yeah. You're cool. But check it out. Like, you get to be like one of the first. So go ahead and comment. Comment first. And we'd be like, I see you, dude. And then we'll see you at the end of the year when, who knows how big this if the channel gets
just
bigger.
watch. We keep flip flopping so much. We're still at $1,000.
Yeah, keep going back and forth. We can change the title to "How to Make No Money Investing." This is how you stay in the middle. That would be something. Yeah. But hey, this is an opportunity for anybody who finds this video, I feel.
Yeah.
Like if you stuck this long and you've watched this long, you are one of the first people that are watching these videos. Comment something so we can see your username, right? So we can be like, hey, the
early guys will
This guy has been with us since
the beginning.
Since December 2020. If you've been with us since 2020, we'll remember it.
You're real.
Yeah. No matter what happens to to the channel in the future, we'll remember the folks that are watching now. But yes, it's over an hour. It's almost an hour 10. Yeah. We'll call it here.
See you next week.
Shroom Tech.
Eat it first and then I'll clap.
Okay, hold on. There's more ASMR.